Hey guys, welcome back. This is totally not the second time that I'm filming this because I didn't have my audio correct and set to the right microphone. It was set to my headphones, my gaming headphones. How dare they? How dare I? How dare? Anyway, so we're going to get back into it. We're going to listen to the truck outside. And we're going to put some moisturizing face primer on. I like choosing moisturizing face primers. Let's see. Whenever the weather is kind of so-so, it's been changing a lot. We've been having a lot of nice days, then it's back to rainy. My skin's been really dry. So we're just kind of going with the flow. Oh, I forgot to mention, in today's look, we're recreating. How much can I show? Because that's a light. Maybe I'll make it tiny. But I'm recreating a look that I did. When was this? May 13th. So not too long ago. Hopefully you guys like it. So I'm going in with About Face's matte fluid eye paints. I have Sweet Disposition on top and Smoke Signal on bottom. Those are going to be the two matte fluid eye paints that I use for today's look. We're going to go in with Sweet Disposition first. I really like the About Face matte fluid eye paints. I find them very fun to use. They can be a little bit difficult at first when you're getting used to working with a new texture, but I find them extraordinarily similar to paints, hence the matte fluid eye paint. And I think they're really fun to layer with other makeup. So that's what I end up tending to do. I end up using the matte fluid eye paints as, how many times can I say matte fluid eye paints? Matte fluid eye paints. How many times? No, I already said that. Editing me will be like, wow, you can't remember anything. I honestly... Oh, yeah. I use the matte fluid eye paints. How many times can I say that? I've already said that. As a base for my powder eyeshadows. I'm just gonna go over one more time with Sweet Disposition just to try and get as much of the color density of the blue as I can left on my eyelid, because blending it out really thins it, and I don't want to see much of the skin on my eyelids. So here's what we're looking like so far. Bruh, I don't know what it is about filming, but I'm talking and then I get out of breath. The exact same thing happens when I'm working with customers and I'm talking with them about something. I'll be going on and on and on, and then I'm just sweaty, and I don't know, maybe it's just I don't like to be perceived, and here I am making a YouTube video. But we're gonna have to get on with it, fight or flight. I don't understand. Anyway, so I'll be using Smoke Signal now, going in the outer corner of my eye about halfway, and then extending outwards and upwards towards the outer tail of my eyebrow. Alright, it's blown out pretty far, but that's okay. I'm gonna be going back in with Colourpop's High Tide palette. There's a specific color that I have that I've really run through that matches this blue-green tone. So I'll be going in with that, as well as like a kind of blue shade like this, a very light, bright, light blue, and a black. We'll have a black eyeshadow as well. Going into that lighter blue now, and I'm patting that on top of Sweet Disposition to just try and really brighten it up. Here's what we're looking like so far. And then I'll be going in just the tiniest bit with a black shade just to deepen the outer corner. I usually tend to try and stick to the deepest tones within that color family to blend and like darken things. But sometimes when you already have something so dark it almost looks black. Sometimes when you do have tones that are very close to black, black sometimes is the only color that I can use to achieve that depth without it getting like strenuously muddy. Alright, there we go. So I just go and I take a Q-tip and I go from the outer corner of my eye towards the upper tail of my eyebrow. The upper tail. I try to go towards the tail of my eyebrow. And I'm just using my micellar water for this. This is in a Kiko Milano container, but if you can read from the blurriness, it says micellar water because I label made it. I made a label. Oh, I love what it looks like whenever I cut it. Sharp. So sharp. So now I'm gonna go in with Dieverune's Dewdrop palette, and I'm gonna go in with specifically drop and then a little bit of drip. No, splish. My gosh. I'll be tapping drop all along where I've placed the blue tones, as well as right underneath my brow bone, or right on top of my brow bone, to give like a nice highlight there. And honestly, you could just stop with a look right here. Like once you get some eyeshadow underneath. I'm going to be taking a little bit of drop and then putting it on my lower lash line. Then I'll be going in with Ulta Beauty's Starry Night, their gel eyeliner. And I'll be going quite heavily handed on my waterline and lower lash line. But I really want the color drop to kind of be visible underneath. I take a little bit of Splish and go straight in the inner corner of my eye. I really, really, really like how these two shades look together. Ah, I'm falling. But here on Sparkle Cam, a la Haute Tom. I don't know. Here, there we go. You can see just how shiny and glimmery everything is. I'm going in with a glitter glue, kind of right where the blue and the green meet. I'll be adding in glitter from Nabla's Glitter Lights palette. Sorry, Glorious Lights palette. I'm so out of breath, I kept dropping things. Anyway, so here is Nabla's Glorious Lights palette. I've used Aura to heck and back, but I'm just adding this right where the blue and the green meet to add some extra texture and dimension. I'll be going in just with like a volumizing mascara. I'm not going to really care about curling my lashes because I am going to be putting on false lashes, so I don't really mind too much. Next, I'm going to be going in with foundation, so I'm going to saturate my face with setting spray. And then I'm using like a radiant foundation for my base. This one's still a little bit light for my overall skin tone, I think, but I think it matches my neck, which I'm pretty sure is a-okay. I'm pretty sure that it's very difficult to find people who have the exact same shade and tone of face going down to their neck and chest, so I'll take comfort in what I watch from makeup videos. I'm going to be using a bronzer kind of this tone, so it'll be a light wash of color from me. You can do whatever you like. And then I'm grabbing like the biggest, fluffiest brush that I own to try and diffuse it so it doesn't look so like on my face, you know? I think that's looking pretty decent. I'll be going in with Persona's, like, why am I doing that? Like, I think you can see it. You can't. There we go. Persona's blush in caramel or caramel. And I like going towards the upper portion of my cheeks. For my face shape, I just like the way how it looks, and I try and blend it kind of down inwards. I'm going into the Dewdrop palette, and I'm using Drop again. And I'm just putting Drop all along the cheekbones as a highlight. And down the top of my nose. So I really like the way how it looks. Lips. I did a mix. It was, okay, so I used a grungy Greige lip liner. We'll use a little bit of black. I feel like Courtney Quarantine doing this. I love them. They're so cool. And I think it'd be really fun to work with them. Anyway, going in with a blue lipstick now. And then final touches will be putting drop on my lips and putting About Face's Discotheque eyelashes on my eyes. I'm gonna do one last spray of setting spray. Then I'll do powder. We'll go over the look, and that'll be it. Anyway, so I turned down the light so you can kind of see everything and how glimmery, hopefully, that I see it. Here's how the highlight looks. I like the little brow highlight. I'm very 2016 with that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys really liked this recreation, let me know if there's any other looks that I've done that you'd like me to recreate, or something that has been in magazines, books, other people, other artists have done. If you want to see me try and recreate that, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. If you could leave a like or a comment, that would be super awesome. If you want to go ahead and subscribe, that would be super. But yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you have a good one. Bye.